Hey Seeker, so I want to talk to you about putting me on the cover of a global magazine, but I want to first make it about you, so stay tuned until the end for a fun announcement. Hi, Gemini. Happy birthday. Everyone's around you, about you, and I actually don't feel you enjoying the attention as much. Maybe you feel an overflow of information, and maybe me doing you first is just adding to it. I considered waiting on your reading and doing other signs first um, because of that and for that. But then I realized that honestly, I just really want to wish you a happy birthday. Because you deserve it. Because you're awesome. And we're all learning what it's like to be a Gemini on a regular basis. It's not just Libra that holds two skills, it's Gemini that holds two polarities. You're like a walking hermetic law. Talk about responsibility. To be both the yin and the yang, and not just in theory and philosophy, to actually live it, and to be expected to lead by example into unity. Ugh. I mean, I'm flattered and all. But can I please get a break, at least on my birthday? Two of Pentacles. You feel like you have a dilemma, but that's just because the energies are at a real push and pull, and you're feeling it the most. Sun in Gemini, Mercury in Gemini, Venus retrograding in Gemini. Every mofo in the planet is in the dual state of mind and existence in you, expecting you to make the right decision and do the right thing. And honestly, you know what the right thing is, but because of all the pressure, you doubt yourself. You debate. But this time, interestingly enough, this is not a mental debate. It's a needs and values type of debate. Not which option makes more sense, not which option will teach me most, not any of that. It's which path will make me feel the most aligned and connected and just honestly safe and serene. You don't want to hold the weight of the world, and yet you do. So what now? Let's see what the Golden Universal Tarot will tell us. Aren't they gorgeous? Tea break. Are you new to my channel, Seeker? My name is Morgane. This is the Existential Shift. Welcome. I hope you find guidance in here. And if not, at the very least, some entertainment. Oh no, okay. So we have Two of Pentacles, and then the cards do not want to come out. They do not want to speak. Maybe you're stalling? Deliberating all the options? Almost making up your mind. Almost a card out, but then wait, no. I need to process it more. I need to think about it more. Do you? Because the thing is, Gemini, allow me to call you out on your own BS. You already know the answer. For whatever reason you're stalling or debating, vacillating, it's different than I need to make the right decision. It's something else. Maybe it's trying to stall the price for the decision you're going to make. Maybe you want to make sure that people don't hate you for making that decision. The thing is, the more you wait, the more you linger, the more they feel like you string them along. And then the potential for resentment is even higher. Oh, I said it. I said it. That's why the cards came out. I nailed it, didn't I? The Fool, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Wands. So you want to leap into an experience, but you are really, really measuring the potential risks. It draws you, it intrigues you, it excites you, but you're like, what if? So many what ifs. And I feel like you generally do want to do the right thing. The problem is, you already know what the right thing is, and you don't trust yourself. Or you do, and you tell yourself stories as to how in the past you thought it was the right thing, and then you ended up being wrong. We're never actually wrong. Even when we make mistakes, it leads us to an experience that our spirit wants us to experience. So even if the result is seemingly alleged failure, heartache, negative something, the road taught you so much and created the badass that you are. Super independent, super capable. What are you scared of, Jenny? What could possibly go wrong when you jump off a cliff or hang yourself off a tree? These are two cards that represents like the embodiment, the dictionary definition of seeker. On the journey, on the initiation towards becoming a master, towards learning life. Queen of Wands learns from the experience and leads by leading example. Leads by example, sorry. She's in the field. She's in the trenches. Yeah, she's pretty and she's dressed real fine and her hair is always put together, but it might be also kind of messy, but kind of organized in the same, like simultaneously. Wild beauty. King of Swords. Is this you, Gemini? I actually feel like it's not. I feel like it's someone. Oh, it could be you. If you're a Gemini masculine, it could be you. If you're a feminine, it's someone that you're dealing with. They're watching you. This King of Swords is watching to see what your next move will be. They are calculating what they're going to do and according to what you're going to do. You kind of set the tone for how things will evolve, and they're like really in tune to what's the next thing you'll say, what's the next thing you'll do. And you're like, I don't know, I'm waiting. And they're like, can you, my next move depends on what you do. Can you? It's like they want to give you a little nudge off the cliff to make the decision. They're not being fully on direct. They kind of insinuate. This is a reading for June. If you're not resonating yet, come back to this reading 2-3 weeks from now. Always do that with readings. They tend to sound differently once we are in the midst of the energies. And speaking of, good time to watch May's Terrascopes. Oh, Nine of Wands. Okay. This King of Swords is holding on. Like they're really holding back from saying what they want to say or doing what they want to do. They are I don't know why they feel so dependent on what your next move is. Keep in mind, you guys can reverse the roles. But it's almost like and it feels like meaningful. It feels important to them. Well, do you want, do you not want? Yes, no, what? Eight of Wands. Once you figure it out, Gemini, and give the cue, say the word, give the go, this person is going to move fast. I feel like the full moon in Sagittarius might be meaningful, sometime around the 8th or 9th. I know the full moon is in the 7th, but it's around that time, the influence of that fiery moon. Around the 8th or 9th of June might be of importance to this. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't know what this is. Queen of Cups in the reverse. So, this King of Swords is involved with someone. And she's not in an emotional, in a stable emotional space. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Could be emotional imbalance for whatever reason. And he's like, he wants to move fast and wants to move towards, and she's like not really cooperating with the yes, no, maybe, I don't know how I feel kind of thing. Very much in her feels. This could be someone that this King of Swords is taking care of. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Could be financial. This might be an ex-partner, an ex-wife. Also picking up an ex-student or an ex-employee. Or a current employee. Someone that in some way, shape, or form they look after, but it feels like a burden, I'll be honest. It feels like a real heavy burden. Like we start with the Two of Pentacles, we move to the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. It feels like he's kind of debating what to do with it, if to keep supporting the situation or if to find a different solution, how he can free himself from this. This could be someone who either is in a genuine emotional distraught or is using emotional manipulations and coercion. Dare I say, for very few of you, there's a potential of extortion, but it's very few of you. It's almost like he's waiting till the last minute to make a decision as to what to do. There is the right thing to do, but it comes with somewhat of a sacrifice or a loss or pay even. It could be a financial loss that will kind of buy his freedom. Interesting. Nine of Swords. This seems like a like a complicated situation. Like catch-22. There could be someone, could be this feminine, this Queen of Cups in the reverse, that is in some state of, I want to say almost mental breakdown, but not necessarily. It could be just emotional distraught, a sense of loss, a sense of financial hardship. God knows we've been through some hard times as a collective. The economy has taken a major blow. A lot of people have suffered many losses, from financial to human. So this could be someone that this king is feeling, I don't know, either obligated to or responsible for. I think that's the better option. That's the better term. And this Queen of Wands here is kind of looking at the situation from above, and it's like, can you give me some clarifier over this Queen of Wands, please? Six of Swords. This Queen of Wands doesn't want to be over involved. She prefers to look at this, whatever this is, at the situation from a safe distance. Like, not get involved kind of thing. This Queen of Wands here, she's acting wise. Every time I say she or he, you can reverse the genders. These are general readings. But if this was a private reading, I will for sure refer to the queens as women and the kings as men. But it's not. So, show me more, please. A couple more cards. I will check this in the extended, I'll do a double pentagram spread, a look into you and your person of interest. And hopefully this will shed more light about this dynamic. And you can find it on Vimeo and on Patreon. Links are below. Seven of Cups. Okay, someone is going through a lot of confusion and fear and anxiety. I really feel like it's this Queen of Cups that maybe this King of Swords doesn't really know how to handle it. The Emperor. So the masculine in the story really wants to do the right thing and take responsibility, and it seems like they are, especially when we have the archetype here of moving from the Fool. We have the Fool and the Hangman and the Emperor here, and it's very much the seeker's journey into adulthood, the initiation, right? Odin's initiation into becoming the All-Father, right? It's the intern growing into the CEO. It's the teenager growing into a man. This is, I feel like there's a masculine here, that this experience with this feminine, who's going through whatever she's going through, is in a way his initiation journey, kind of a test of character, of like how to deal with responsibility for, you know, people's emotions, not to just tend for himself, rather to how what he says and what he does affects others. And the way it's progressing, it seems like he's succeeding. By the end of the month, he will be in a place where he feels proud about the way he handled things. If you're the masculine watching, my advice is to be really cautious when it comes to manhandling or man-explaining if you are dealing with a woman, okay? Like being responsible and present, it doesn't mean being controlling. And maybe that's the silver lining you are called to learn, or the person you're dealing with, feminine, is called to learn. Okay, I'm going to continue this in the extended, but first I'm going to give you animal spirit messages. But before the animal messages, I'm going to tell you that, well, apparently I got nominated to be on the next Maxim magazine cover girl. On the cover, being shot by Jill and Simone. Any fashion lovers out there? That is a great opportunity for me to be in the front of, young women today really look up to actresses and models and influencers and social media. And I would love the opportunity to give the spiritual, existential, shifting type of guidance and example to women who will watch. It's also a magazine that a lot of men watch, and I feel like generally, like a lot of people who aren't necessarily in the spiritual community or here in this platform, in this type of platform, that might benefit from arriving here. So that's one aspect of it. Another aspect of it is it has a prize that could really benefit me and help me out. A very generous reward that will allow me to do many things, including taking this channel to the next level when it comes to production value. Like maybe having a studio or simply sound and lighting. And anyway, if I have guided you, supported you, taught you, entertained you today or at any time in the past, and you feel like you would like to reciprocate, maybe you can afford my extra content, but you want to give more, or maybe you can't afford it and you were looking for an opportunity to reciprocate. Well, this is it. All you have to do is go to the link below and press it and cast your vote, because apparently there are other lovely women nominated. So fun to be in that environment, and you can vote every day. It resets every 24 hours. So you can go now, and then you can go back tomorrow and the next day, and the more the merrier, basically. If you can go every day, I'd be super psyched. And if you have like a platform, a social media platform where you have followers and you really want to take it to another level in supporting this, then you're more than welcome to do so. After you do, please come back here and comment that you did, because I would like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart in return, right? And every time you vote, even if you vote several times every day, come back and tell me, hey, I voted again, so I can say a loving thank you again. Yeah, I rarely ever compete in these things, or ever. I actually didn't apply myself. That's the interesting thing. Someone nominated me, and I don't know who. So, if there's anyone out there who did that, cool. Thank you for the vote of confidence. And the theme for this year's cover is, in the words of Nicole Arbor, who is so awesome. Do you know her? Can you imagine her and I in the same room? Is being hot, sexy, and something else too, which I find super important as setting example to what outer beauty and what inner beauty is. It's so important that women who bring value and content on top of their divine Venusian femininity, which is very important and fun, but it's not enough, right? I feel like it's really important that women like that will be in the front. I consider myself that type of a woman, and if you consider me to be that type of a woman, then feel free to show me. Okay, guys, so, oh, yeah, animal spirit. Message for my Geminis. Happy birthday again. I will give you a birthday shout out as a thank you. Okay. Animal spirit for Gemini for June, please. Animal spirit for Gemini. Ooh, the crow. Mystical. One more. And the deer. Talk about dream space. There's something very, very mystical and very beyond the veil about this duo. There's a bridging between the worlds, right? The air element and the earth element here. There's a very clean, gentle, feminine, intuitive energy here. Really listen, take note of your dreams, Gemini, and write them down. Even if they don't make any sense the day after, come back to your own notes and read them in After Effect. And I feel like it can say quite a lot in hindsight. And some sort of secret is going to be revealed to you. I'm going to find something out. I'm picking up on a mother figure as well. Oh my god, I need to sneeze. Hold on. Ah! This could be confirmation. Maybe this Queen of Cups in the reverse is a mother figure. That, you know, might be kind of in and out from beyond, from across the veil. I'm picking up on like layers being peeled off and someone really getting to know themselves on a very deep core level. And it could possibly be either triggered by an emotional distraught of some sort, or in the dreams, or both. There's also a spirit guide that is guiding you, Gemini. The deer crow archetype, I don't know if it means anything to you. Sorry, I always feel I shouldn't be doing this. Should be doing this, right? There. Because I try to fit myself in the frame, and now I fit. I feel like you might have someone who passed away come to you in your dreams, Gemini, and try to tell you something. They may not come wearing their own face. Like they might come like as an animal or as a character of some sort. So pay close attention to if there are words spoken to you in a dream or being written in a dream. Like wake up and write it down immediately. Even if you only remember parts of it, then write the part of it. Okay? I'll see you in a second in the extended. Thank you for your vote. And let's see what happens. Cheers. Happy birthday.